doctor's orders. In a pre-recorded message for a British cancer awareness program, the King said his recuperation was a milestone and testimony to the remarkable advances that have been made in cancer care. The BBC's Helena Wilkinson has the details.
The King's message is personal and the most significant one since he revealed he was diagnosed with cancer in February 2024. It's understood the King's recovery has reached a very positive stage. A spokesperson for the King said he had responded exceptionally well to treatment.
Recapping the top story now, South Africa's Water and Sanitation Minister, Phemi Majortina, will lead a delegation to Lesotho this weekend for an oversight visit to the Lesotho Highlands Water Project Phase 2. For any news stories that you would like to share with us, please do send an email to newsroom@channelafrica.co.za, or you can call us on +27 11 714 4459. For Channel Africa News, I am Nolutando Buthelezi.
SABC News. The African Perspective. This is Puleng Molebatsi on Channel Africa. Every weekend mornings to inform your weekend activities.
Of course, it has just gone 6 minutes past 9 Central African time, and it's out and about. Good morning. What are you doing? How are you? My goodness, it feels like that time of the year. It feels like laughter. It feels like joy. It feels like warmth. It feels like connection. It feels like spending a lot of money. Yeah, it does. Look, as much as those other people are complaining about spending a lot of money for the festive season, there are people that don't mind. I'm just acknowledging that it feels like it. So, December, boss, welcome to this December edition of Out and About. I look forward to having you for 3 hours, and I look forward to our time together making memories on air, and of course on our YouTube channel at Channel Africa 1. You can also find us on the Channel Africa app. Do you have the app? I wonder. Please get the app, because I mean, really, how are you listening to us without even getting the Channel Africa app? So I strongly suggest you get yourself the app. It was the Oasis earlier on with Ntsako and the gang. Myself, I have my gang from 9 to 12 right here on Out and About. It is on Channel Africa, the African Perspective. So we're going to have a chef who specializes in kotas this morning, and that's what we are going to be having. I like the variety. I think last week we were having Middle Eastern fusion foods, and today we are embracing our Kasi culture, having the kota in studio, and I find them to be affordable to make. They accommodate any time of the day, and the whole family can just indulge. So if you want to be making meals that can just be, I don't know, because if you make a really good one, you can eat it now, and if you get hungry a bit later on, you see. So that's another way of making sure you're not standing on the stove for hours, because man, when are you making memories if you're spending so much time cooking? So that's what we will be doing when it comes to taste the culture. And on DIY, we are talking about homeschooling our kids successfully the best way that we can, if that's something that you'll be doing. Humorous, let's talk about it. I actually want to hear about your experience, and you can share that experience with our listeners as well. +27 634 069126. That's where we're sitting at this morning on WhatsApp or on Channel Africa 1 on our social media platforms. And after 10 o'clock for our health and wellness, we are looking at the mental and emotional burden that comes with setting goals for ourselves, because those goals can actually sometimes weigh heavily on us. So how can you mentally prepare yourself for the goals that you are setting for yourself? That's for health and wellness, and there's so much more still coming. And of course, DJ's Boo is our guest and artist of the week. He also has released a book. We're going to be talking to him, and that's a special moment for me, connecting with my hero in the industry after years of being inspired. Doesn't get any better than that. So let's kickstart the show. Welcome to it, and happy to you and yours.
Her name is Puleng Molebatsi, and she's on Out and About. Start your day right with Channel Africa Breakfast.
That smells delicious.
Live, 5 days a week. Your life, your rhythm, your Africa. Channel Africa. Find it for free on Google Play and the Apple App Store. Your Saturday escape starts here. Join Puleng Molebatsi on Out and About on Channel Africa.
Sejande wode nimde yatu yontinde ko ayi don ko darde lom toro mbatta hen fulle fayi andu baba weltora ko someone ande yima dada dido darde ko hunde fonde wonde kurdo sa an sayi jila dodo mo jonde jigani jodahi andu hewbe mbaylora mo jikku mo joje mo mbatta jadido yimbe galle mbi ma bye bye sayi hi wat ko atuma da nyanga takai ko ligeyran yal tinta mangam kurdo foftay what yow ligey mo na nyaay sanje go atay won fino be kastay mo sheki latte samu nyani do ma jotay ko gongo nan ne wodi ar suga he pantay kono sadille na sababur mi jotatay yo Allah wachanje ko tinare o kanin jonde watakalo nan Allah mai china badar ko yalo yonden ka Allah wane ma do on follow yo Allah wachanje ko tinare o kanin jonde watakalo nan Allah mai china badar ko yalo sonden ka Allah wane ma do on follow wanna do be ko ye mumen den ngam yondan ko neldi wonna fo hay sangan kama boyi fawre alla ko hen gonda ta hay soro nanne teddi ko doy darnde jila to da hawnaki mi jowon ko fawe ma jinna be ko neltal ma chapi yo munyal wone mangam ton fo mai yanden ka alla wone ma duwa wona sara wonto heedi hode darnde belalom to be ngoyi ladde musallamum ko munje jogo fer andu cu sallamum ko wasde jonde mere ngam mere wano de nene jere wadde ummu hode fere ma mendeleri weni bere ko ladde wili wuro jarama fobane jonde mere mo jani ma ay binere tampere aduna tillinere me sa salima jinganere alla weltindage kodne yontinda yo alla wachande ko tinare o kanim jonde watagalo nana lama yina badar ko yalo yonden ka alla wone ma do amne falo yo alla wachande ko tinare o kanim jonde watagalo nana lama yina badar ko yalo sonden ka alla wone ma do amne falo.
All right, this one is called Yo Allah, and it's by Ward Jani G, all the way from Senegal. It is 15 minutes past 9 Central African time on Out and About. Still with myself and the whole squad, making sure that we sound and look good as we present this show to you. You're so blessed. We're also blessed. It's a two-way street. We work hard so we can give you the best show, so that we can stay here with us and we can be a very happy family. So thank you for choosing us once again. Before the song that we just played now, we went and took December, and it's a song by Ujaiki, one of my other favorite artists. Underrated, I must say, but I prefer that she keeps it that way because we will always crave for more when it comes to her music. All right, so as I did allude earlier on that we are going to have some quarters in studio, let me give you a bit of background. Tu Selai is widely regarded as the best quarter joint in Johannesburg. That's what they are saying. It's not me. But because they are bringing the quotas, I must play nice. So, okay. And they're renowned for selling high-end quotas and feature authentic township flavors. The business began its journey in a humble garage and has since expanded into a substantial establishment with 3 locations in Diepkloof Square, Protea North, as well as Soweto and West Street in Sandton. Okay. That's who we are going to be hosting in a few minutes. They're making their way to studio. Then parents who choose to homeschool their children, this one is for you. The ones that are already doing it and the ones that are toying with the idea, this one is for you. And that could be for a variety of reasons. And, it's still very not common in South Africa. And homeschooling is often subject to certain myths. Today, we are going to unpack those so that we provide clarity if it's something that you might do. For me, I thought about it, failed dismally. I definitely will not do it. So let me know your thoughts around that. It's a Channel Africa One on social media. Then for our health and wellness, we are going to look at the burden that comes with setting goals for ourselves, right? It's a mental game that you kind of play with yourself because you really are looking at surrounding factors. It could be some of it is external, some of it is our history, and some of it is how or what we believe we're supposed to be, where we believe we're supposed to be. So that could also weigh heavily on you mentally. We will help you relax and ease yourself into that for our health and wellness. And later on, for more than 2 decades, Warren Lieberman has traveled across Southern Africa sourcing rare musical instruments and collecting the rhythms that carry our oldest story. That's who is carrying our vibe today on our vibe check. As we wrap up at the second hour of the show. Then, of course, DJ's Boo has just recently released a book. We're going to talk about his book, but of course, he's a DJ. He's a music DJ. Also, he's a broadcaster. Now he has a book and he's an entrepreneur. So that's quite a lot to unpack. So that's who you should look forward to after 11 o'clock. More music as we prepare for our chef.
Africa, meet Abedi.
Yeah, that's me.
Abedi is a music lover through and through.
I really love African music.
He's got a taste for all kinds of tunes and spends his days listening to Channel Africa. Guess what? He didn't know.
Okay.
Channel Africa wants to help Abedi and all music lovers everywhere to discover even more incredible music. That is why Channel Africa is calling on all African musicians to submit their music. Musicians, remember to give us all your relevant information. Make your submissions at music@channelafrica.co.za. Submissions are your chance to be heard on radio. But sadly, they do not guarantee that you'll be playlisted. All submissions will be carefully reviewed to see if they meet our station's requirement. Channel Africa, the African perspective. You heard something you like on Channel Africa, and you would like to hear it again. Worry not, we've got your back. Just go to our website, www.channelafrica.co.za, and look for our podcast.
What's up? This is KL, Mr. K. Thomas Connor Garden. Right now, you're listening to Channel Africa.
Channel Africa, the African perspective.
Nyakfila man, mañana karikoti mo marame. You been the one, my love. Diamond walking molly. Chinelli and wash the collie. Only the guy is simplicity. Bimbo like it polly. Your ex-man looking at me funny and I got it to me. Mong I'm jelly go to my sing boo. I'm different thing funny boo. As a song, marang nandaba. I can put you on. Wanna go nyala. Tangle in the mouth. Come on, just smile on it. Speaking up a share, see him at him all under. Baby, want me. Maslela na mono, my kel wanting sweet. Better tell him it's more than love. This time I see no lie. Belly super. Bigger when I wear, don't never look back. I shot it past, you told me them tech. Cause you know I want you. We talk to me, baby. Eba sihlukanisa uthando lugcwele ngicela ubapheke izitele ozigcwele ungavumi izingene athi ngikusete uthando lakho ngeke mina ngawe ngigcwele ngiyakutshela sange bangifaka umoya ngawe ngayifela mangithi ngiyaphuma ngifuna amasete uze wena nomndeni wami nibedese kala ngikufuna ngayithela manje usungowami inhliziyo ifudumele phela amaphutha ngalingasitest njalo manginawe ngizizwa ngiphelele ngithi uthanda mina phela kungashintshi yangisanganisa fana nawe angekaphinda bekhona kulelizwe kukhona okuthize ngathi ngikuhlile ungenza ngibize ngithi uthanda mina phela kungashintshi yangisanganisa singanqoba nebhizi ngayihlanganisa kukhona okuthize ngathi ngikuhlile ungenza ngiphile ngithatha ungibeke eba sihlukanisa uthando lugcwele bapheke izitele ozigcwele ungavumi izingene athi ngikusete uthando lakho lumenza ngishelela angicabanga wena njalo sengaba novalo oh baby lalela isikhalo awusathe I know outside all I mean so cool and jalo mana mingi jalo what I check girl I feel incomplete I'm trying to fall back take the lead I'm trying my best can't you see I got you when you feel no tell me say oh baby I think said Ana ilungi thathu ngibeke eba sihlukanisa uthando lugcwele ngicela ubapheke izitele ozigcwele ungavumi izingene athi ngikuset uthando lakho
Yelizani wani deliso, ileshunga yambala shifambo. Utona kwe kanzela, ileshunga yambala shifambo. Shagotola nikubona ngawe, ileshunga yambala shifambo. Shagotola nikubona ngawe, ileshunga yambala shifambo. Senya muntu wani delizani, ileshunga yambala shifambo. Senya muntu wani delizani, ileshunga yambala shifambo. Utona kwe kanzela, ileshunga yambala shifambo. Ayelo ilawa ko yambala shifambo. Ayelo ilawa ko yambala shifambo. Genani mo ono lo nanga yambala shifambo. Ayelo ilawa ko yambala shifambo.
Nyanta yeyo ya jawe muno wapi fambo aloka famba anga zona kombo akabi wa miela anga nyimoti fambela apa estilo anifiro pra nyiwana ikwero hala kaye itingwana ukista ya dile fi Afrika yako yina kibanza kupambeni kuna ye no sei porquê bati itafi fambo aloka famba inge yena rambo yita kuyini Rebecca go sine
Ayelo ilawa ko yambala shifambo. Ayelo ilawa ko yambala shifambo. Yelizani wani deliso, ileshunga yambala shifambo. Yelizani wani deliso, ileshunga yambala shifambo. Utona kwe kanzela, ileshunga yambala shifambo. Utona kwe kanzela, ileshunga yambala shifambo. Shagotola nikubona ngawe, ileshunga yambala shifambo. Senya muntu wani delizani, ileshunga yambala shifambo. Senya muntu wani delizani, ileshunga yambala shifambo. Utona kwe kanzela, ileshunga yambala shifambo. Utona kwe kanzela, ileshunga yambala shifambo. Ayelo ilawa ko 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 yambala shifambo.
Another double play this morning. We're just going to do things slightly different. With food, we always have to give extra time, really, because it's all the preparation and all of that, the presentation as well. So we'll take our DIY conversation now, then do the Kota conversation a bit later on. It is 09:28 Central African time. The song double play. Let's start with KO. It was KO with Sete. Then Sifambu by Mabulu. It is what we just played for you right now. We spoke about homeschooling. Well, I mentioned it a million times. Now we're going to get into the actual conversation. And we would like to hear from you. Is it something that you are considering? Have you done it? Did it bomb out? Is it a success? I could be wrong though, because I think I came across David Gow talking about he's doing it or he has done it or something simply based on the level of education that he was aiming for when it comes to his kids. So a lot of people started interrogating him with regards to what does it mean about the education system that is currently available in SA, because are you now going to uproot and take your children to whatever country or continent that you believe has the best education for your kids, or if you can do it here in the country of in your country of birth, why not? So that's a separate conversation altogether, but it's one of the conversations that we're making waves online. So now we're going to get straight into it. For parents that are choosing to homeschool their children for a various reason, as with it's still very less common in South Africa, homeschooling is often subject to myths, and also a common misconception is that homeschooling children is a struggle in terms of integrating them into society. This is what Nzako, my colleague, also mentioned a bit earlier on. And right now we're going to talk about that with my guest, Suzanne Prinsloo, who is head of client engagement at Optima, who's joining me now on the line. Good morning, Suzanne.
Good morning, Puleng.
You good?
I am. And you?
I'm very good. I'm very, very good. So let's get into it. There are quite a bit of misconceptions out there when it comes to homeschooling kids. Why do you think it is driving the misconceptions?
I think it is a misunderstanding of what homeschooling is all about. And we all have a very certain fixed concept of what schooling is supposed to be. Many of us have gone through traditional schooling, so anything that is different sort of scares us or might make us feel uncomfortable. So I just think it's people don't know what it is about.
Okay, because it's not traditional, I suppose.
It is a very non-traditional viewpoint of how learners should be educated.
And then, I mean, are we seeing the rise in terms of parents that are homeschooling specifically in SA?
We certainly have seen a rise in it. We have seen the numbers grow significantly since our COVID lockdown. I think many parents were forced into homeschooling, and
Yeah.
that broke some of the myths because parents for the first time was confronted with the curriculums that's out there, the programs that exist, and the structure of it all. So it broke some of those myths, and people were able to understand it more. And we have certainly seen more parents deciding that this is a good alternative for my child.
Um, I also just still find homeschooling to be of a certain LSM because that's a costly exercise, right? As much as you are, as a parent, you are there taking your, so they don't have to physically leave every morning. I think there's no uniform involved in it, but it's not for every other South African in any ordinary. Well, I'm trying to phrase in a okay way. You know what I'm
I hear what
saying?
you're saying. I hear what you're saying. Pulling, it can be as inexpensive as a parent choose it to be, or as expensive as a parent would like it to be. The Department of Education actually makes available amazing resources online. And especially if parents keep on choosing CAPS, which is our national curriculum, they can follow CAPS fairly easily. The programs are available, the structure is available. There's a lot of guidance and there's a lot online available. And we often see that parents make use of quite a few free resources as well. And then on the top spectrum, you have parents who fully embrace a curriculum that does everything for them. They would often take their kids to a tutor. They embrace a lot more than just the normal resources or the free resources that's out there. So there's a wide spectrum. But I don't think that the question in terms of homeschooling, whether you're going to homeschool or not, should be a financial one. It's really about what works for your child. And what we've seen is that one size does not fit all. Our kids are such unique human beings. And for each one of those kids, there's something very special and very unique out there. And the traditional schooling environment just doesn't work for every child. And I think that is a bigger consideration when it comes to homeschooling than just a financial consideration.
Okay, I think actually what I was supposed to also do earlier on was talk about what should be the driving factor. Maybe the questions that parents should ask themselves before they homeschool. And I like the fact that you mentioned that it's about what's best for the kid ultimately at the end of the day. But also it was very good to hear, Suzanne, that also there are free resources. So quite an enlightening mention there, Suzanne. But I want to look at just, if I was to do it, what kind of environment then do I have to create for my child? I would assume I also have to be there physically. So I don't know, an office job. Does this help if I have to leave and go to the office? What if I'm a single parent? Can I leave that to the nanny?
Yes. So I think, Puleng, I'll explain what Impact offers because we do offer quite a range of options for parents. Ultimately, home education has the parent as the educator and in mind. But we're not all maths specialists and not all physical science specialists, whether you're working from home or a stay-at-home mom, or you might have a full-time job, whatever be the case, we often need assistance. So we see at Impact a lot of our parents choosing either our online school route where the learner can still be at home, but it is a teacher-led approach where there's online teachers available that can go through the entire curriculum with learners, very similar to a structured schooling environment, just online, and parents choose this option for various reasons. It could be that the learner has a comorbidity. It could be that they are in an outlying area where there's just no good schools available. So there's various reasons why parents would choose a very structured approach like an online school. But then there's also the homeschooling curriculum that we offer, and we are in line with CAPS. So it's similar to what learners do in schools, but the parent can structure the program to their own accord. And this is why you'll often find that even the mom that has to work can often in the afternoon still go through work, or in the evenings, or they get help. They get the assistance from a tutor that can go through the work with the learner. And again, the reasons why parents will choose this is because they are either a comorbidity or they travel a lot. We see quite a number of our Impact learners traveling quite a bit, whether it be for sport. We have learners doing soccer in Portugal, we have dancers, we have musicians. And it's very interesting how these kids' programs are just so different from what you and I might have been used to in a traditional school, and then the schooling system just doesn't fit them. So it really depends on the need for the school. So to get to your question of why should a parent choose this, or what should they consider, is they should consider their own unique environment. And the first question a parent asks is, what's going to work for my child? Will my child fit into the school in our area? Will my child be comfortable being at home with me as mom being teacher? Or will my child need someone else, another voice than mom teaching my child? So there are these considerations, and then it is about trying to find the best fit for your child. If it is the school in your area, then that's a great choice, if that is a good choice for your child. But if it's a more one-on-one approach that your child need, and you are in a position to teach your child at home, then those kids thrive in that environment. But so we've also seen kids thrive in an environment where they become part of smaller group classes, where they get tutoring support and where they get to engage with a lot of learners. And then obviously those learners who needs a different structure because of their personal program of all of the stuff that I've just mentioned, their sport and their music and whatever be the paths that they've chosen, then this gives them some flexibility. You don't have to be in a schoolroom classroom from 8 until 2. If I need to swim in the mornings and I can study in the afternoon, then I can work it in better than what a school can allow me to do. One of our learners is a cricketer, and obviously the school couldn't allow for her to be away for months and on end, but with a home education approach, she could do that, because when she's got off time, she can work on her studies, and they can plan around what needs to be done in terms of her sport and her studies.
Okay. It's very good to hear about these stories as well, because I mean, I had a conversation with a colleague just before I kickstarted this show, and she said, well, be sure to ask about social interaction. Do they become excluded from socializing? How will they learn the social cues and how to interact with kids from different backgrounds if they're only confined to certain spaces? But I mean, in this case where you find a child is already playing cricket, I mean, they're already socializing in that way. The education is just different. But then let's say it's not the case where the child is active in sports. It's just homeschooling a child. And how do we then, what must I do? Must I find friends for them in addition to that?
Yes, I think that is the one big myth about homeschooling, is that these kids are not socially involved, and that they are very kept to themselves and they can't socialize. And like you've said, at the beginning is that they can't integrate. And I had the privilege last year of accompanying a number of impact learners who formed part of the Travel and Sport academic tour. Now, the academic achievers tour, learners from across the country who achieves academically in school gets invited, and impact learners are also invited if they achieve a certain grade. And I found it so phenomenal how these kids, which came from all sorts of backgrounds and they didn't know each other at all, where you had groups coming from schools where the 5 or 6 kids from a particular school will know each other well, and they would sort of group together, where I spoke about my kids, my impact kids that accompanied me. They were all from different areas and different walks of life, all by themselves without friends. And they were the ones making friends. They were the ones reaching out to other people. And they weren't scared to ask the questions about, so what do you do and what do you like? And just having those conversations. I think there's something very unique about our homeschoolers and why that myth is so wrong. If you look at the homeschooling Facebook groups, these moms goes through a lot of trouble to find ways of their kids to integrate. They've got get-togethers. And then it is these kids that's not stuck in a day-to-day same kids for 12 years, and you actually don't get to meet other people. It's just those people that you're stuck with in a schooling environment. But you actually get to meet people from across the country, or you meet people from different walks of life. So our impact kids, the ones that traveled with me last year, will still send me photos of, Mom, I'm visiting friends in Cape Town today, look at us. And it's just so great to see them integrating and enjoying life. We also hear back from some of the universities where our kids are studying, how well these kids have integrated. And they're also very confident in themselves, and they've got that know-how of how to sit down and work on their own in a structured manner. But it doesn't mean that they can't integrate and make friends. They actually really do, because they just do it differently than being in the same school for 12 years.
All right, Suzanne, we're going to have to end the conversation here, unfortunately. But thank you so much for having a conversation with us. So for parents that might be taking that on in the year 2026, good luck. And where can they find you if they want to take this conversation further?
They are welcome to visit our website at www.impact.co.za, or they can always email us at info@impact. If they'd like to have a conversation, we present a number of webinars every year where we also allow parents to ask us questions and to interact with us, and where we help and support them as much as we can. Then they're welcome to inquire about that and join any of those conversations.
Thank you once again, and have a fantastic festive season.
Thank you, Puleng. Same to you.
That's my guest this morning. We're talking about, for our DIY, we became very serious. No more making decorated items and thrifting and all of that. We have thought, let's be serious about education. And that's another way that you could DIY your child's education, homeschooling them at home. I mean, yeah, you can only homeschool them, where else can you? It is 17 minutes past 2:10 Central African time. It's out and about. Mara, is the chef coming or not? Because, Velang. Yeah, okay, I hear the chef is here, because I was going to leave the show, go collect those quotas. Then the show can continue when I return. But I hear he's here, so let's take a break so that he can come and set up.
9 to 12 midday Central African time. On the move with Palisa Tau and Benjamin Mushatama.
Now, when you go to the hospital, there's medical attention that you need, and that's the only experience you're expecting to have. If you are a transgender person, sometimes those experiences can be marred by the demand of trying to understand your gender, your sexuality, and not particularly getting the assistance that you need.
One time, I was sexually abused by someone who used to live next door to my house. So when I went to the police to report, I was in a weave, I was wearing a dress, and And when I got there, the police person that helped me said to me, obviously they're gonna rape you because why do you walk around looking like trying to be a woman when you are a man? And after that, the person just walked scot-free.
How do you deal with that? Because there's a double barrel abuse there. So it's not even double barrels. There's kind of multi-dimensional forms of abuse.
I think one thing that I will tell you about trans people is we are strong, not because we want to be strong, but because we don't have an option. It is what it is. Because the struggles that we face each and every day are like unimaginable.
Keeping you on the know and on the move. Keep Africa in your hands. Connect to our website for all your news, sports, and cultural updates. channelafrica.co.za.
If a girl worry me, I delete her. Put her inside the bin bag. So why won't she be beater? She ordered a good man, but she got a bad man. She not feel live without social media. Stalking me with a Finsta, yeah. And she dey try make me a mister. Anybody got time for that time, you know? As you can see, you need plan B. Pregnancy is not for me. Tread carefully, rationally. No try put me for trouble, girl. She asking, boy, what are we? We better be what we have been. No stress me, no fast forward me. She want tackle me with a dream bull tete. And I dey boy like JJ. I dey play home and away. And I dey give them gege, gege, tete. Me with a dribble JJ. And I dey bring my gege. Cause I dey give them gege, gege. She want to dance with kukuruku. Next thing she wanted me to. If it is impromptu, she still coming through. She also gives emotional support too. These girls don't know what they want. Sometimes they want love, also want to do short time. You can't love me, you just they waste your time. Anybody got time for that time, you know? As you can see, you need plan B. Pregnancy is not for me. Tread carefully, rationally. No try put me for trouble, girl. She asking, boy, what are we? We better be what we have been. No stress me, no fast forward me. She want tackle me with a dream bull tete. And I dey ball like JJ. I dey play home and away. And I dey give them gege, gege, tete. Me with a dribble JJ. And I dey bring my gege. Cause I dey give them gege. Give me with a dream bull tete. And I dey ball like JJ. I dey play home and away. And I dey give them gege.
Look it, okay? This one is the beef quarter. These quarters are so well put together. Like they're like those ladies that go to the restaurant with their bags and they sit like this. These are like high-end queens, I call them. This is their rib. They smell really nice. And then of course, I mean, really, I call these the originators. Your quarter should always have Russian. The Vienna, not the one. Oh, smells really good. It means that the chef is in the studio. Okay, let's put the headsets back on. Solankanya Narikir, good morning, good morning.
Good morning.
You.
Oh, good morning.
You can speak.
How are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm great, thank you. Thanks for having me.
Thank you for coming. Did you make these?
Yes, I did. I made them myself this morning.
Yeah. You had to make them fresh, ne?
Yeah, I had to.
Yeah.
The aromas.
Yeah.
Get them in the studio.
Okay, they are amazing. So I've already showed them what you brought, but you've got many branches, man. Quarters must be a hit.
Look, we've been around for quite a while now.
Yeah.
I think we started in 2017. We turned 8 this year. So in the process, we have opened a lot of stores.
8 years, you say?
Yeah, 8 years.
My goodness.
Yeah, we have the story of we went through COVID type of thing.
Yeah.
And surprisingly enough, actually, I would say COVID made us. But with that said, yes, we have opened a lot of stores. We have subsequently closed some of them. But to answer your question, yes, we are in 3 locations right now in Protea North for Soweto Crew, in Santon, which is also one of our older stores, and we just recently opened in Branston.
Oh, let me fix myself. I said earlier on, I was like, too sly. Get too sly.
Eh.
Too sly. Okay, like that. Too sly. I was just like, what is too sly? Too sly. Okay, that's the name of your place, right?
Yes, it
your joint.
Yes, ma'am.
So all of them are called too sly in
Yes,
these
they
different locations.
Yes, they are.
Okay, so this is good. I'm gonna go into this one. It's the rib, and there's chips in here, and the egg. What sauces did you put in here?
We've got...
I think there's gherkins as well.
Yeah, just watch out. It also has a little bit of jalapenos in there if you're not too spicy.
I love chilies.
Okay.
Chilies.
Yeah, so that one, the take is to have it a bit sweet and chili at the same time. So the rib patty is quite a sweet barbecue-basted meal. We've got chips. We've got our secret sauces, but it's usually barbecue, tomato, and chip sauce.
Yeah.
We've got something called TLC, which plays...
What
with the
is
love,
that?
but that's just tomato, lettuce, and cucumber. We've got homemade pickled onions, a rib patty, bacon, egg, cheese, gherkins, and jalapenos.
I am so pleasantly surprised. Sorry guys, kotas are messy, so if you see me eat, it's because I'm genuinely eating. I'm not eating for TV. Already I'm eating.
You might not stop.
I don't think so, but I mean, yeah, I'll try to not finish all of it. I'm surprised that the rib is very soft.
Yeah.
The quarters that I've had, and I've had the best also, the rib can be quite hard, like to chew in. This one is soft there.
Yeah, no, we've traveled well and far to find the best ingredients. So yeah, the guys that make these rib patties somewhere far in the middle of town, and from our experience, they make the best.
Yeah,
so,
surprisingly soft. You don't have to fight through it, which makes it not so messy. So I'm only gonna have this one because I need to share with my colleagues. So there's a beef one. And there's the one the Russian LED chips there, but this is very good so far.
We call that the Porky with the Russian and Vienna. It's a bestseller. I guess for obvious reasons, it is an authentic Kota experience. But like as we said, we use the best ingredients. We try to satisfy our customers. I think earlier on you were talking about there aren't a lot of chips in there. Yeah. For us, we don't think Kota Kiri chips is the whole experience, right?
Yeah.
And if one ingredient overpowers the rest, then it defeats the purpose. We need balance in there. And also, like I said earlier, it shouldn't be too much of a meal for one sitting, so that the customers can come back.
Because they might run for the whole week.
For the whole year, yeah.
That's a good one. Is it, and I'm talking in terms of the ingredients, is it cheaper to make, like, profit is good because you don't have to spend a lot of money making these, or just the same as if you're making chisanyama?
Yeah. So contrary to popular belief, the Kota, we use, like I say, we try to get the best ingredients, so they are quite costly to make. So this has been an issue of the Kota industry for a while, in that people aren't really working at the right margins. So we've tried to balance actually having people baja di Kota and enjoying them at the right price range. But also for us to make profits and be sustainable, be able to pay salaries, pay wages, and make some sort of profit. So our price range does vary around 100, 115 Rand. But with what is market average, our margins are fair.
What? Like, what's going on?
Not gonna stop.
Yo, we khatile, the diamond, we khatile. The chips are so good. I even forgot I was working. I almost said, can I order cocktails in addition to this? Because, the chips, see. And then I don't know what I was doing, because living with from somewhere, I started even speaking my mother tongue. Yo.
I'm glad you enjoy.
Okay, we have 6 minutes before 10 o'clock Central African time. Sorry, I'm eating, you guys. I'll always apologize for speaking with my mouth full. I mean, I'm doing both now. But, wow, this is amazing. Wow, it's very good. Very good. And I'm that person, if I can, once I go into something and the first taste is off, I am off. But if it's every single thing, this is the one worth it.
Yeah.
And then what do you call this one then?
We call that the rib OG.
Okay, yeah, it's an OG for sure. It's very, very good. And are you guys on Uber Eats and stuff?
Yes, we are. We're on Uber Eats and Mr. D. You can find us on Instagram, Twitter, X now, TikTok, and also on www.2slide.co.za.
Shem, this is where I'm going to stop because wowza, I might end the show too early. And please share your social media handles so that people can, guys, you must try this. Wow.
Yeah, come through, try the kotas. We promise quality, excellence, and deliciousness in a great experience. We are on all socials at 2 SELAI.
Yeah, no, our news desk team, that you must come and eat, guys. Like, this is very good. This is very, very good. Anyway, so it's the festive season now, and whether we like it or not, we shall have people over. Like, it's not even something that I guess you could decide what I'm spending the festive season alone, but everybody's like coming together for different reasons. Can't I buy like the sauces from you so I can make this for the kids? Because I can't keep taking them to your joints. First of all, it's expensive, and the logistics when I can just do it go high.
Hey. I think that's something that we're working on.
You'll still make money.
Our sources, and get them out to the public. So just watch out for that. It is our 2026 mission. As we also expand new locations.
Yeah. Okay.
Also, can I just mention, with regards to family gatherings, corporate gatherings, etc., we do also have a product, we call them sliders, where we make different variations of our kotas, but in slider forms, a nice, cute, small, so that you can eat the whole variation of our menu. We actually have 7 different flavors. From what's missing here is a vegetarian one, a seafood option, a fish, and a chicken option.
Wait, there's a seafood kota?
Yes, it's called Nemo.
You lie?
No, promise.
What's inside that one?
It's a mushroom, chorizo,
is it hake?
calamari, and prawns. Yeah.
The prawns in the kota?
Yeah.
Creativity, Baba. No, that's one to look forward to and for people to look out for. So thank you so much for coming.
That's a pleasure.
This is very good. 10 out of 10 from what I've heard so far, but they all look very enticing as well. The presentation, very precise. Everything is just where it needs to be.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm glad you enjoyed.
Thank you. Okay. All right, guys, with just 2 minutes remaining, at 10 o'clock, we'll give you the news. And we've got our health and wellness segment. Again, we'll be talking about mentally preparing for the goals that we set for ourselves so that they don't come back and bite us. Also, being realistic. It's what we'll be looking at when we're setting these goals. And also, we will be, for our vibe check in that hour, we are going to have a man that has traveled for more than 2 decades, collecting very unique instruments. And that's for our vibe check and something that we're going to be learning from in this conversation, specifically with Warren Lieberman. That is just before we wrap up the hour, 10 o'clock. And of course, the last hour is always all about music. And the first hour is done, which is all about food. Ooh, nice. All right, let's go to the news. I think I have spoken enough and I am quite full. I won't lie you. So let me take a breather to digest the food.
SABC News. The African Perspective.
In your top stories this hour, the SA delegation is in an oversight visit to the Lesotho Highlands Water Project and King Charles cancer treatment to be reduced next year. Good morning, I am Nolutando Buthelezi. South Africa's Water and Sanitation Minister Phemi Majudina is leading a delegation to Lesotho this weekend for an oversight visit to the Lesotho Highlands Water Project Phase 2. They will assess progress at key construction sites and review the project's role in boosting water supply to South Africa's integrated Vaal River system. Lebohang Mabange reports.
Minister Majudina, together with Deputy Minister David Mahlobo, will meet Lesotho's Minister of Natural Resources, Puleng Molebatsi, during the two-day visit on the 14th and 15th of December. The delegation is expected to inspect work in the Polihali Dam, the Kati Dam outfall tunnel and related infrastructure while holding consultations with project authorities on progress and timelines. Once completed, Phase 2 of the binational project will increase water transfers from Lesotho to South Africa by an additional 490 cubic meters a year.
Ghana has deported 3 Israeli nationals who arrived on Wednesday. The deportation is an apparent tit-for-tat move after several Ghanaians were allegedly detained and mistreated at Israel Ben Gurion Airport. 7 Ghanaians, including members of the official delegation to a cybersecurity conference, were held for 5 hours, with 3 eventually deported. Ghana's foreign ministry says that a senior diplomat from Israeli embassy in Accra was summoned over the incident. Both countries agreed to resolve the row amicably. The 2025 South African Reconciliation Barometer shows that poverty, inequality and exclusion are still a major concern. This year's survey indicates confidence in political leaders and legal institutions remain low. Few black South Africans believe economic conditions have improved, and the gap between rich and poor is seen as the biggest barrier to reconciliation. While confidence in public institutions remains low, the public broadcaster, SABC, came out tops as most trusted public institution. Elriz Mashaba reports.
Despite overall low confidence in public institutions in 2025, the SABC remained the most trusted. The latest survey shows the public broadcaster leading at 54%, while the South African Revenue Service follows at 46%. Confidence in the Constitutional Court and SAPS is much lower at 35 and 34% respectively. Only 33% of citizens trust the legal system or the president, while local government and the deputy president rank at the bottom with 26 and 25% respectively. Elriz Mashaba, SABC News, Johannesburg.
Eritrea has withdrawn from East African Regional Bloc, accusing the organization of becoming a tool against countries like itself. In a statement released yesterday, Eritrea's foreign ministry said that the IGAD had strayed from its founding principles and failed to contribute to regional instability. The withdrawal comes amid a fierce war of words between Eritrea and neighboring Ethiopia, leading to fears of renewed armed conflict. In response to the country's statement, IGAD, which stands for Intergovernmental Authority on Development, said that the country had not made any tangible proposals or engaged with any reforms. European Union governments have agreed to immobilize indefinitely Russian assets of more than $200 billion that have been frozen in the EU since the start of Russia's full-scale invasion of Ukraine. Most of Moscow's cash is held in the Belgian bank Euroclear. The BBC's James Landale reports.
The debt would be called in only if Russia ever paid reparations. But Belgium, where most of the assets are held, is worried. It fears legal action and being forced to pay the money back. It wants the EU to share the risk more equally. Currently, the sanctions are renewed every 6 months and thus vulnerable to veto, another Belgian concern. Earlier, Russia's central bank said it would sue the financial body in Brussels where its assets are frozen. A decision about how the Russian money will be used is expected at an EU summit next week.
Let's recap the top story for this hour. South Africa's Water and Sanitation Minister is leading a delegation to Lesotho this weekend for an oversight visit to the Lesotho Highlands Water Project Phase 2. For any stories that you would like to share with us, please do send an email to newsroom@channelafrica.co.za, or you can call us on +27 11 714 4459. For Channel Africa News, I am Nolutando Buthelezi.
SABC News. The African Perspective. This is Puleng Molebatsi on Channel Africa. Every weekend mornings to inform your weekend activities.
All right then, this one is the second edition of Out and About. Welcome to it. If you just joined us, please stay. You will not be sorry. We want to increase and expand our family. So yeah, welcome to take a seat. Join the family. Woo, the first hour was very nice. Yo, I had a very nice food. I had very nice kota. Oh, that was very nice. Okay, now let me focus into the second hour of the show. We are going to be doing our health and wellness. Then we have a vibe check later on. So let's kickstart the hour so that we can actually get into the crux of what this hour is all about. Remember though, we are on the SABC Plus app. Alternatively, that's where you can listen to us from on the DSTV channel 802, the bouquet side of things. And you'll also find us on our specific Channel Africa app. You download it and you'll find everything. Cool things are happening on that side as well. And you can get in touch with us on WhatsApp +2763 4069 126. And we're going to kickstart the hour with Arya Star. It's a lonely refix, but I guess we all make mistake. If you do that, don't be ashamed of it. But yeah, just know that it's very lonely. All right, let's give it away to Arya Star.
Out and About with Puleng Molebatsi.
Every night I cry, oh, just to blame myself for loving you like I did. I go like to know your plan, oh baby, cause it's been 4 weeks of calling, you know they peak. Do you believe in us? See us we blend like gin and juice, made in heaven, that's me and you. Do you believe in trust, transparency and love we do? I'm so lonely, I'm missing you. I'm lonely, baby boy, I am sorry, Joe. I be human being, oh. Miss your love, baby, sure you don't miss me, Joe. I be human being, oh. Yeah. I be human being, oh. I be human being, oh. I be human being, oh. I be with my friends all day and I still feel lonely. Just want to feel like you know me. Loving me back's what you owe me. Love you when you hold me. I talk about your day when I'm with my homies. Don't say you love me, show me. Put it on my body slowly. Feel like I don't take, cause up my heart at stake. I feel like we need a break. Since when I don't know what you taste like. When I won't see you again. I see the best things when they see the worst in you. Girl, I put my trust in you. You know I put my all in you. I was gonna bust in you. I'm lonely, baby girl, I am sorry. Happy human being, no. Happy human being. It's your loving, baby, say you don't miss me. Happy human being, no. Happy human being, no. Happy human being. You know, say happy, yeah. Happy human being, no. Happy human being. Happy human being. Happy human being.
Hearty laughter and joyous gatherings. Channel Africa celebrates the season with you on the African Perspective. The sound of Africa is evolving. Experience our new mobile app. Free to download, free to connect. Gender-based violence is destroying lives and tearing communities apart. It happens in homes, in schools, at workplaces, and too often in silence. But it doesn't have to continue. If you see it, speak out. If you are hurting, reach out. Because doing nothing is not an option. Listen to all 19 SABC radio stations from Wednesday, 23rd of July for hard talk, discussions, advice, dramas, educational shows, and interviews around GBV with experts, survivors, lawmakers, and the whole country affected by gender-based violence. For all your favorite SABC radio stations, call 0800 428 428 to report abuse or get help. GBV, it ends with you. This message is brought to you by the SABC. Out and About comes to you every Saturday, 9 till 12 noon, Central African Time.
When it's time to focus on you, I will. But right now, I just really need to get on my feet. Oh, cause when I bleed, you don't really see me. You're never thinking about me. I'm your shield and your protector, darling. When do you protect me? You cannot reciprocate. Can I be on your case? Oh, but to me, I won't wait. I have all that I need in my ja. If not for Jah, I would on die. There's no one to blame but me if I decide to trust in Him and not rely on Jah. In my ja. If not for Jah, I would on die. Ja. The way your light goes out and you're looking for me, baby. Your disguise is beautiful. And if I knew that you were my kryptonite, oh, I would have deserted you. Oh, baby. Seeing is deceiving, oh, it's deceiving. Oh, baby. Only God can save you now. You cannot reciprocate. Can I be on your case? Oh, but to me, I won't wait. I have all that I need in my job. If not for Jah, I don't die. There's no one to blame but me if I decide to trust in Him and not rely on Jah. If I trust in Him and not rely on Jah.
Explore the continent, one story at a time, It's Out and About with Puleng. Saturdays, 9 till noon on Channel Africa.
Don't try to move me from my lover, yeah. Suited for each other, suited for each other. Tailor-made, I'm glued up on my lover. I'll never lose him to another, yeah. When we talked on the phone and you said that you love me, did you say that that's for sure, yeah? I wanna scream from the top of the rooftop, tell you that my love for you, I keep on rewind. I struggle to find new words to define. Wanna love it. Wanna love it. Wanna love, wanna love, wanna love it. Wanna love it. Wanna love, wanna love, wanna love. Wanna love. Maybe we both know it's just something we both know. Suited for each other, suited for each other. Don't try to move me from my lover, yeah. Suited for each other, suited for each other. Tailor-made, I'm glued up on my lover. I'll never lose him to another, yeah. Never know, yeah. Never lose it to another, yeah. Never know, yeah. Never know, yeah. See, I just really miss you, yeah. And I'm forever true to you. Somehow I just stay glued to you. Oh, I gotta get away. No, not forever, just a little break. But I can't find the time or place. I don't ever wanna go too far away. So we play husband and wife. You take the keys to my life. I know we're just a little too young, yeah. And having just a little too much fun. Ay, but what a love that we got. What a love that we got. When it just don't stop, we fade into a special space. I pray we never lose the faith, yeah. What a love, 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 yeah. What a love, what a love, what a love, yeah. What a love, what a love, yeah. What a love, what a love, what a love, what a love, what a love. Maybe we both know it's just something we both know. It's just something we both know. It's just something we both know, yeah. We both know, yeah. Suited for each other, suited for each other. Don't try to move me from my lover, yeah. I'll never lose him to another, yeah. Never know, yeah. Never lose him to another, yeah. Never know, yeah. Never know, yeah. Never know,
It's Shekinah or Shekinah, whatever that tickles your fancy. Oksalayo, it's the same girl. Beautiful voice and the classics that we love. It's Shekinah with Suited. It's 18 minutes past 10 Central African time. When we often make goals, it's usually driven by a particular period of our lives. And I think around this time, we look at where we come from the past few months and looking at whatever days that's still remaining. It's not long. I don't even look at it as weeks, especially when you are halfway. We're not even halfway through December. Okay, let's look at the days that are left until we say goodbye to 2025. So that could be a point of departure when we set goals and say, okay, then we can push ourselves towards all of these things when the calendar shifts and says it is 2026. Is this a common thread And I'm very curious to find out and find also people that are doing it alternatively. Sometimes it's a life-changing moment that influence the goals that we set for ourselves, right? For me, that is something which I hardly ever hear about. But nonetheless, there's a mental preparedness that goes with that. There is how you make decisions, how you move, where you find yourself most of the time on your journey so you can get there. Doesn't have to be physical, could be metaphorically, right? But the mind is involved because these ideas, these thoughts, that's where they start knocking. They knock in your head and say, hi, can you see me? Then we start maybe diarizing. We start talking to our loved ones about our goals. And either way, we are never the same person throughout. We're different people at different times of our lives. We're different people based on the circumstances that determine what we should do next and who we should be to overcome those circumstances. It could be one small goal. It could be one big goal that gives you butterflies in your stomach when you think about it. Nonetheless, that's the beauty of life, the mystery of it, the not knowing what's on the other side, which can be quite scary. But I find the most beautiful is when you embrace the unknown and you fully surrender to the unknown. Whoo, I sound like Jay Shetty. I think I should start my own podcast. I was just setting the scene for this conversation that we're going to have with my guest around the burden that goes with setting goals, especially the mental burden that can sit on us. It's 10:21 Central African time. We'll try to get the guest on the line so we can talk about this.
No fairy tales, just the facts and the music you love on Channel Africa. Conversations are happening, and Channel Africa is at the heart of them. We tell the African story with clarity, pride, and purpose, reaching audiences that matter to your brand. Partner with us and connect your business with listeners across borders in multiple languages and markets. For partnership opportunities, sponsorship, or sales, email us at partnership@channelafrica.co.za. Channel Africa, the African perspective.
C'est pas ne plus ramper, c'est pas y masser, c'est pas y causer, saute crier aux amis. Ça fait ouais des côtés qui m'ont gagné, qui m'ont yé mon vivre, les autres connaissent, saute l'orgueil back fort. Ça fait ouais des qui m'ont yé, qui m'ont fait, qui m'ont yé mon arrive là, les autres connaissent, saute l'orgueil back fort. Devant mon bon Dieu, y'a fait blesse-moi. Mon compte, mon blessing. Mon papa vient faire ses années. Lola dame qui n'a pas respect. Mon levé, mon pialé. Non, mon papa est resté. Non, mon papa est resté. Oh, saute l'or, gaye, gaye. Saute l'or, gaye, gaye. Oh, l'or, gaye. Saute l'or, gaye, back for. Oh, saute l'or, gaye. Hey, hey, saute l'or, gaye. Hey, hey, saute l'or, gaye. Saute l'or, gaye, back for.
All right, we're going to try and get our guest on the line. It is 10:25 Central African time in terms of our health and wellness segment, where we are really just offloading the mind and just putting you at ease. That takes a lot of practice, right? And it's something that we don't just arrive at. It's a journey that quite unpredictable. You don't really know the kind of things that you're going to come across in this journey of your life. But that doesn't mean you shouldn't dream. That doesn't mean you shouldn't aim. That doesn't mean you shouldn't have desires. You shouldn't want. And sometimes it takes unlearning what you've learned all your life for you to learn the new things, you know, which is hard because it's like you have to turn yourself inside out before you can embrace this new person that you're becoming. And yes, later on, though, we will have a conversation with my guest, Warren Lieberman, who has traveled across Southern Africa sourcing rare musical instruments and collecting the rhythm that carry our oldest stories. Now, it began rather as a personal passion that then grew into a mission to preserve and celebrate Africa's musical heritage for new generation. That sounds so intriguing, right? But also there's quite a lot of learning that we'll be doing for our vibe check. We take more music, and when we come back, we get straight into it.
Yes, Out and About comes to you every Saturday, 9 till 12 noon, Central African Time.
Another banger. First you go be the bad guy, then you go be the...
Sorry to cut this song short, but I can make you a promise, and this promise I definitely will keep. If I don't keep it, come find me, okay? And give me a proper stern warning. I'm in Auckland Park, but we'll try and play the song shortly after this conversation. We just had a bit of technical challenges to get my guest on for our health and wellness, and now they are here, and we thought, hi, we've been waiting 27 minutes yonke waiting. So let's get into it, and we are going to look at the new year that comes with a lot of renewed hope for many. And often they write their goals down on a vision board. I know a friend of mine is a vision board, and I loved it. I found that was the sweetest thing I've seen, because it's so innocent, it's so pure when someone can just put their vision out there, right? But on the show today, we are going to talk to Adam Botha, who is a strategic mentor and spiritual formation coach. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm well, thank you.
So let's get into goal setting. That can come with a lot of mental strain, and I alluded to so many things that could play a role when it comes to putting that much pressure on ourselves mentally, spiritually, and then ultimately culminating to physically as well. Why do you think that we find ourselves in this vicious cycle of mentally weighing ourselves down for certain goals that we set for ourselves?
Yeah, it's interesting. So I think everyone is struggling at this time of the year with the pressure to get everything done before the end of the year, and that kind of compresses this, let me say, need to achieve these goals as well. So there's life happens, and there's things in our business that are happening, and so we kind of, there's a lot of pressure. There's kind of this eye of the needle that approaches as we get to the end of the year, right? And that makes us sometimes look at ourselves in a negative light and see what we haven't done instead of celebrate what we have actually accomplished. So that's where I'd like to just accent is that are we celebrating and ticking the boxes and acknowledging what we have managed to accomplish, you know? And I think also there's this saying that we underestimate what we can achieve in a year, and we all know we overestimate what we can achieve in a year, and we underestimate what we can achieve in 10 years. So there's this human bias in our psychology where we actually overstretch. We will naturally overstretch what we think we can accomplish in a year. And I found that really interesting. It's like, oh, okay, so these are the stats. And so can I be compassionate towards myself? Can I forgive myself? And also take stock, because you might have set goals at the beginning of 2025, but you've moved, you've shifted, life's changed, you know? So are those goals that you haven't managed to yet accomplish, are they actually still relevant? And I think so before we start like lambasting ourselves and let me say punishing ourselves for not achieving those goals that we haven't achieved yet, can we actually look at whether they are still relevant?
That's a good one, actually. Okay, but relevance, you know, because then that's the decision that then you can make for yourself. I guess if you can sleep better at night, then you can be like, no, it's okay to pivot. But if it's keeping you up at night, that's where the challenge is. Could this also come from pressure from friends, or maybe colleagues, if you're a student, other students that you spend time with, you know?
Yeah, so the social pressure and the cultural pressure is huge. Hey, it's this pressure of often of looking good and of people pleasing. Now, I'm not talking about don't honor your commitments and don't follow through with the commitments and the goals that where if you don't do it, someone else is going to suffer. You know, that's an extreme sort of context. But I think we must be very careful that we're not plugging into trying to please the culture of our time or people please. In other words, are we taking our identity and putting it in in looking good? That is not a healthy identity to have. So I think that the question of identity, who am I and what am I identifying with, and where am I receiving my grace from, if I could say that. Am I looking for it in others, or do I have a direct relationship which is deeply personal and private that keeps me grounded and keeps me strong?
Yeah. And the older you get, the more of yourself you're faced with. Because things change, really. What was appealing for you at certain times, it's no longer appealing. So you go back and you look and you're like, what the hell was I even thinking? What was that all about? So, you are a strategic mentor. What is the most significant difference that you pick up between clients who work with mentors, coaches, and those who try to navigate their big goals on their own?
So perspective. So it's if you're in your own if you're introspecting a lot, and I call it like being in your own echo chamber, you're going to receive the same feedback. You're going to get what you got before, but in a different form. But you're going to get the same stuff. Yeah. Whereas if you're asking for feedback outside of your industry, and again, I know you've mentioned a mentor, but yes, we could have a mentor, but it really is about a circle of individuals that you trust, that are quite diverse and varied, so you don't get the same feedback all the time that affirms you, And I think what I see as a difference there is growth. People who are trying to go it alone and, let me say, self-coach, tend to maybe be harder on themselves, but also tend to not see the things that they need to see to grow, So I don't know, I hope that helps. Yeah, I hope that's
People, I came across a vision board with a friend that was, I think it was 2 months ago, and I find that to be the most beautiful, because I think if you can visualize yourself in the world, you are alive. Imagine if you have no vision of who you are in this big, big world. And do we then sometimes get stuck between, because it's sometimes mansions, it's luxurious cars on these vision boards and stuff like that. Do we get stuck between the reality and these pictures that are on our vision boards?
Yeah. I think in terms of the detail on the vision board is important. Let me say that. So sometimes vision boards we're making something that is looking beautiful and artistic. Nothing wrong with that, but that shouldn't be the aim. I, in fact, recently did a vision board in the presence of, I'm going to say, a facilitator, and that was really helpful because it wasn't me just doing my vision board alone. This individual knows my path. We've traveled a journey together, So I got some external feedback, and I was like, but it was very carefully guided. It was a safe space. It was a creative space. I think that's important. Don't try and do your vision board at the office where you work. Even if it's at home, if you work from home and it's a home office, get out of there, do it somewhere where you are inspired, maybe out in nature in a retreat space, or do it in a creative studio. Maybe a friend of yours has a place like this. Short of even saying it, do it at your church, I mean, do it where you feel, I'm going to speak a bit of my language, where you feel the spirit moving, or where you feel your creative energy is stimulated. Do it where you feel safe and nurtured, Otherwise, you're going to just get what you kind of got, what you've been getting, I love that. I love that, not to go scientific, but I do love what Einstein said. He said, you can't solve a problem from the same level at which it's created. And I would say that's interesting to look at. Well, you can't have a vision board that's going to stretch and grow you if you're just sitting by yourself trying to do it in the space that you're very familiar with, because it's a known space. And then I think also just be careful of this idea of having a vision board that looks pretty and is very generalistic, So you've got your images that are inspiring. I would say the level of detail is quite important, and this might include some creative writing, some poetry, some prayer. It might be some feedback from a friend or from a counselor or from a facilitator or a coach or a mentor. And then also to just kind of make sure that your vision board represents the whole of your life, not just the part that you get excited about, but actually look at the whole of your life. That would be helpful.
All right. So where can people go? Because not everybody is privileged to have friends that can dream, not even the same dream, but can understand where they are in life. Because like you say, sometimes we influenced by what's around us, but on the same breath, your friends could not have the same dreams or be on the same hunger that you are. Then where do I go? Because going at it alone, you ask yourself, hey, am I sure? Because not everybody here is talking the same. And when I speak, sometimes they're like, okay, sure. It's weird. But then how do I navigate that alone in terms of dreams that people can relate to?
Yeah, so this would be, you see, it would be different to if we're doing it with friends. We could run that danger that you're speaking of, like then suddenly my dream is getting influenced by a friend who then influences my dream, and actually I find out at the end, well, this is actually not not what I was wanting deeply. And they didn't get me, I think so. To work in the presence of a trained professional, a counselor, a coach, a mentor, this is kind of the work I also do.
Yeah.
Where you can sit with someone, short of even, if we think of church as a space, well, you could sit with your pastor, you could sit with a leader in the church, you could sit with a pastoral counselor, These would be very, let me say, solid spaces of integrity. But I hear what you're saying. It's a great question because you could sit with God. You could sit with God alone, and that, I would say, is the first place where one needs to start, whether you're in the presence of another person or not. I would say that is the place where you're going to get the real stuff, And it also depends on where you are in your spiritual journey. And of course, it would also depend on your beliefs. But I'm just speaking from my space, if that's okay.
Yeah.
And that becomes then you will get something that is very new and is also very solid, so that it's not only my worldly desires that I'm doing the vision board out of. Yeah. I hope I'm not stretching it too far, but we could go.
No, we are
much
definitely
deeper into
aligned.
that.
No, I know. No, I can tell we are definitely aligned. Thank you so much, Adam. I'm gonna have to park our conversation. I think we'll have to revisit maybe sometime around March, because then people will be on their way with certain goals that they've set for themselves. But have a fantastic day going forward.
Thank you, and you too. Thanks for the opportunity. I appreciate it. Yeah, blessings.
So that's my guest. It's Adam Botha, who is a strategic mentor and spiritual formation coach. We are going to go into vibe check. Let's take a small break so that we can digest this that we've just spoken about.
Conversations are happening, and Channel Africa is at the heart of them. We tell the African story with clarity, pride, and purpose, reaching audiences that matter to your brand. Partner with us and connect your business with listeners across borders in multiple languages and markets. For partnership opportunities, sponsorship, or sales, email us at partnership@channelafrica.co.za. Channel Africa, the African perspective. Your life, your rhythm, your Africa. Channel Africa. Find it for free on Google Play and the Apple App Store.
Alrighty, now it is time for Vibe Check. Where the vibe at? Well, the vibe is over here, and would like to introduce you to this next guest of ours. For more than 2 decades, Warren Lieberman has traveled across Southern Africa, sourcing rare musical instruments and collecting the rhythm that carry our oldest stories. Now, what began as a personal passion has now grown into a mission to preserve and celebrate Africa's musical heritage for new generations. Now, Drumstruck at Silver Mist is the living expression of that mission. An immersive blend of African music, theatre, wine, food, all the good stuff, together with storytelling, set on Silver Mist Organic Wine Estate in Constantia. Shoo. Fancy, ne? This season, Drumstruck is poised to take its place amongst Cape Town's unmissable cultural experiences, welcoming visitors of all ages into the heartbeat of South Africa. I do have Warren Lieberman, who is now on standby, and we're going to talk about him first and Drumstruck as well. But it just sounds very nice. Now, that's the kind of vibe I'm talking about. Warren.
Hi, Puleng. How are you?
I'm fine. Thank you for joining us this morning.
Thank you.
So let's talk. Give us a bit of a background in terms of this amazing work that you've done through your travels and finding these rare musical instruments.
Puleng, well, it's been a long journey. I started a company called Drum Cafe in 1997, and my partner and I, Munki Mapai, we traveled around South Africa performing, drumming, and getting people to unite after apartheid through music. And we traveled all over the country. And on that travel, I met Andrew Tracy in Grahamstown and went to see his instrument collection at ILAM, at the International Library of African Music. And I was inspired there to learn more about music. And after that, we started researching for a book in South Africa. And I collected a whole library. I've actually got a huge library of African books and music on Music South Africa. And we actually published a book about South African music in 2005. It's a comprehensive book about all the indigenous instruments in South Africa. And then after that, I just carried on with my journey. I met up with a gentleman called George Ngadana, who's the head of the Malonje and Kantu Choir. And him and I created actually an orchestra with 100 people performing, playing all the various traditional instruments. It was incredible. We performed for Madiba a few times. Really a beautiful journey on learning about South African music.
You are a blessed man, Warren. Tell me about this culmination of music, wine, food, storytelling. You founded that, correct?
Yes. I started the Drum Cafe, and then I started a show called Drum Struck, which is a theatre show. And we actually performed in Broadway. We've traveled to Japan. We're actually quite famous around the world. And then we're big in Japan. And then I met Greg Lowe here, and we opened up Drumstruck at Silver Mist.
So Drumstruck is the name of the event. Is it a weekly, once a month? Like if I wanna come and join, and I'm like, okay, I need to plan. Is it something that if I miss, I can only catch it again in 6 months, or is it a weekly thing?
No. We're running almost every day. Twice a day. We do a lunch show and we do a dinner show. And it's every day, Wednesday to Sunday. And it starts at 12 o'clock for the lunch show, and it starts at 4:30 for the evening show. And you can book online. You can just go to drumstruck.com and you can book anytime you want there.
Oh, wow. That's amazing then. Sounds really cool. So if I get there, what am I expecting to see? Live bands, definitely food and wine. In terms of storytelling element, how does that play out?
Well, you say, let me take you through the 4:30 show. So you arrive at 4:30 and you'll sit overlooking the 12 Apostles. It's beautiful lawns outside overlooking the 12 Apostles. And Gregory Lowe, who owns the farm and is the winemaker, will take everybody through tasting his wines, his 4 wines, including some of the most beautiful organic wines in Constantia. After and he tells stories about how the wines came to Constantia, how people collaborate, beautiful stories, and he's an incredibly knowledgeable winemaker, and his wines are incredibly delicious. After that, at about at 5 o'clock, you move into our theatre, and our theatre is a beautiful museum where we house these beautiful instruments, South African traditional instruments, are probably the largest collection in the country, are privately owned. And what we do, it's a living museum. So we actually take you through a story of these instruments, and we perform on these instruments, these really old, ancient instruments. And then we give people a drum to play, and it's an hour-long show. The performers are actually the best in the country. Mpora Sinyalo is the top drummer in the country. She's played with Dolly Parton. She's played with will.i.am. Tumelo Seleke is incredible. You'll meet the best performers in the country there. And at the end of the show, you come out after having learned how to play these musical instruments. You'll come out feeling like energized and invigorated. And then as the sun's setting, we have a braai on the lawns. We have a traditional South African braai, because what's more South African than a braai? We serve beautiful meats, and we've got the best chakalaka and pap in the country. And we then perform with our marimba band. And it ends up everyone dancing on the grass, learning some of the traditional South African songs and dances as the sun sets. It's the most beautiful experience. Makes people feel like they're falling in love with South Africa.
Wow, now that's the vibe. That is a vibe. Wow, it's amazing. So do I have to buy tickets prior, or I just show up and good? Like, yeah.
You can't really show up because a lot of the time people book out the whole place and it is booked up in advance. So it's probably better that people actually go online and book in advance. It's a lot of the shows are already booked up, so it would be important to book in advance. Yeah.
Okay, so where do I go? Which website, or do I have to go
So
to
it's
Quicket?
drumstruck.com. And a lot of people get dumbstruck. It's not dumbstruck, it's drumstruck.
Yeah.
Drumstruck.com. And then you can just book a ticket on there. And you can get tickets like that. Or you can phone me. And I can do it if it's a group booking. A lot of companies are using us for their year end. They come with their companies because feeling the passion of South Africa unites the company.
Okay, I'm definitely going to join one of these, but I think I need to pick the day where Cape Town is behaving. I know what can happen over there with the wind.
Yeah, the wind does go, but we're actually lucky. The venue's it overlooks the Constantia Valley and the 12 Apostles. It's the only property that looks over both sides of the mountain. And so if the wind's blowing from the westerly, we go to the other side of the building. So we have a way of keeping out of the wind.
All right. Thank you, Warren, once again for chatting to us this morning. What a beautiful picture you've painted for us there. Definitely feel like I've been missing out. My goodness. How come I didn't know about this sooner?
You must come.
Yes.
Nothing like...
I'm there.
There's nothing like having some delicious wine and then singing songs and dancing and having a fantastic meal.
Oh, yeah, for sure. All right. Have a good day going forward. Thank you once again for joining us on Out and About.
Thank you.
All right. That is Warren Lieberman. Sure. That's a vibe. That's a real good vibe. I've seen really cool vibes as well. There's one called Poetry. Is it called Poetry on the Lawn or something? And I saw the other vibe as well. But this one, it's in different provinces. It's called check it out on TikTok. It's called Poetry on the Lawns, right? Where you put headsets on and someone performs, and I think they do poems, or you read the poem. But it's such a chilled vibes, that one. But also there's one called, it's in Maldistrift. It's called, the name left me, Mara. Let me call it. Something Sundays. When I remember it, I'll tell you guys. That one is also very good. Like, man, there's so many vibes out there. Check them out, guys. Life is for the living. You can't be so serious. You serious at home. You serious at church. You serious at work. When do you get a chance to just loosen up and have a good time? I'm going to remember that one. It's called Pantone Sundays. Pantone. I hope I'm pronouncing it right. Pantone Sundays, where you dress up, right? They give you a theme. Okay, this Saturday, we're wearing red. And then you dress up in the color, however you interpret it. But it's high, like it's fashion. It's avant-garde, like just fashion. And then, depending on what the color is, it's really fashion forward individual, that one. Pantone Sunday. So these are the vibes I'm definitely going to do as soon as I'm well rested. But this December, the only vibe I'm doing is Out and About with you on Channel Africa, the African perspective. Let's take a song. And we'll give you the news at 11 Central African time. That will be the last bulletin of the day. And then we have artists after that.
Weekends just got better. Only on Channel Africa.
Another banger. First you go be the bad guy, then you go be the actor. because I want to feed my family. Now make me sit my own guy laptop. Came out alive, I'm on me heart, thank God. My money big, you gon' need the tractor. If it be say you want carry my ways, you gon' need new Jimmy instructor. Straight out of Benin, I drop in my EP 2019. The things say big bed, you go finish. My music is traveling from India to Asia to Berlin. The thing may be pay me, be say una no one be believe. I will never forget this, and we bad belly them cast us away. Fast forward to today, every day in a holiday. Every day's in a holiday, oh yeah, day, oh yeah, day, oh yeah. Me and my guys, we dey chill with the pop. Say we know they bolo. Say my circle check but we go give you last card check up. Make you know yes, make you pray for the ability to catch up. No calculator become my surplus and my rod on me more shackle. Many nights where I don't sleep, Why is I go overseas? Still many people they love me, but I steady believe. One favor please, keep my family strong for me. God I day on my knees. Straight out of Benin, I drop in my EP 2019. The things say big bed to go finish. My music is traveling from India to Asia to Berlin. The thing will be pay me, be say una no one be believe. I will never forget this, and we bad belly them cast us away. Fast forward to today, every day in a holiday. Every day's in a holiday, oh yeah, day, oh yeah, day, oh yeah. I will never forget it, and we bad belly them cast us away. Fast forward to today, every day in a holiday. Every day's in a holiday, oh yeah, day, oh yeah, day, oh yeah.
No fairy tales, just the facts and the music you love on Channel Africa.
It's Chris with the drama boy.
Kutoka Manzabe, picha twazi twanga kisera, posti insta wanga kwa kera, baada ya chali kimoko. Cause I just wanna let them know I'm Africa music. Africa music. Africa music. Roma. Africa music. Africa beauty. Round the world, girl, I've been looking for you. I think I might just find you in Africa. Girl, you know the sound when I come around. Lost you in the crowd, girl, pick up your crown. Yeah, do it now, do it now. Do it now, do it now. Penzi tali kama ngojera, uba kama tanga segera. Koyoloka bakoko, kutoka Mazabe. Picha twazi twanga kisera, posti insta wanga kwa kera. Wataja vikemoko. Cause I just wanna let you know Africa music. Africa music. You're my Africa music. You're my Africa music. Bembea, takupepea. Africa music. Oh, love is what I see when I look into your eyes. Tiny Cubo, I got Navona. And you know it is
to be the one that takes you high. Timwili chumbani kila kona. Benzi talipa ngojera. Uba kama tanga sekera. Kwa vino vya paikopo. Kutoka Manzabe. Picha twazi.
SABC News. The African Perspective.
In your top stories this hour, survey shows poverty and exclusion are still major concerns in South Africa, and further hostilities along Thailand and Cambodia's disputed border. Good morning, I am Nolutando Buthelezi. The 2025 South African Reconciliation Barometer shows that poverty, inequality and exclusion are still major concerns. This year's survey indicates confidence in political leaders and institutions remain low. Few black South Africans believe economic conditions have improved, and the gap between rich and poor is seen as the biggest barrier to reconciliation. While confidence in public institutions remain low, the South African Broadcasting Corporation came out tops as the most trusted public institution. Elrise Mashaba reports.
Despite overall low confidence in public institutions in 2025, the SABC remained the most trusted. The latest survey shows the public broadcaster leading at 54%, while the South African Revenue Service follows at 46%. Confidence in the Constitutional Court and SAPS is much lower at 35 and 34% respectively. Only 33% of citizens trust the legal system or the president, while local government and the deputy president rank at the bottom with 26 and 25% respectively. Elrise Mashaba, SABC News, Johannesburg.
The U.S. ambassador to the UN has accused Rwanda of leading Africa's Great Lakes region toward war just over a week after a peace deal was signed in Washington to end the decades-long conflict. U.S. President Donald Trump hailed the deal between DRC's President Felix Tshisekedi and Rwanda's President Paul Kagame as historic and a great day for Africa. Great day for the world. But the M23 rebel group says that it has fully liberated the key city of Uvira in an offensive the US and European powers say is backed by Rwanda. Rwanda denies any allegations. A Sudanese paramilitary commander whose role in the El Fasher massacre was revealed by the BBC Verify has been sanctioned by the UK government. Brigadier General Al-Fateh Abdullah Idris, also known as Abu Lulu, was filmed shooting dead at least 10 unarmed captives after the Rapid Support Forces seized the city in late October. Thousands of people are believed to have been killed by the RSF after the army withdrew from Al-Fasher. UK Foreign Secretary Yvette Cooper said that atrocities taking place in Sudan were a scar on the conscience of the world which cannot and will not go unpunished. The UK has also sanctioned 3 other RSF commanders, including Deputy Head Abdul Rahim Hamdan Dagalo. A popular Ghanaian social media influencer known as Abu Trika has been arrested over allegations of orchestrated a romance scam that defrauded elderly Americans of over $8 million. Prosecutors said that the influencer, whose real name is Frederick Kumi, used AI tools to create fake online identities targeting victims through social media and dating sites, earning their trust, then extorting their money. Kumi faces charges in the U.S. of conspiracy to commit wire fraud and a money laundering conspiracy and faces up to 20 years in prison if found guilty. The 31-year-old was arrested in Ghana following a joint operation between the two countries, and the U.S. will now seek to extradite him. Finally, there have been further hostilities along Thailand and Cambodia's disputed border just hours after President Donald Trump said that the neighbors had agreed to stop fighting. Trump had spoken to the two countries' leaders following days of renewed clashes that had left at least 20 people dead. The BBC's Jonathan Head has more detail.
The Cambodians are reporting the hotel was hit. The Thais have said that buildings near the border they claim have been used by Cambodian military for sort of command and control. A bridge was hit as well. And the Thai military also says that fighting is continuing. They haven't stopped. No one's told them to stop. So it looks like wishful thinking in Washington. President Trump, of course, came out to claim that both sides had said they would cease shooting on Friday evening. And the Cambodian side have been eager for a ceasefire and for US intervention for several days now. But Thailand is not ready, and they've made it clear.
Let's recap the top story now. The 2025 South African Reconciliation Barometer shows that poverty, inequality and exclusion are still major concerns. This year's survey indicates confidence in political leaders as well as institutions remaining low. For any news stories that you would like to share with us, please do send an email to newsroom@channelafrica.co.za. You can call us on +27 11 714 4459. For Channel Africa News, I am Nolutando Butelezi.
SABC News. The African Perspective. This is Puleng Molebatsi on Channel Africa. Every weekend mornings to inform your weekend activities.
Oh yes, it is 11 o'clock Central. It's actually 6 minutes after 11 Central African time. It's the 13th of December, a big day for some of us. Can't tell you what it symbolizes, but it symbolizes growth. For me specifically, I've been tracking this date specifically. So, wow, it's good to see that we've come this far. Well, unfortunately, guys, we don't have to reveal everything, especially on the radio. I just love the era of social media. Like, we feel entitled to someone. Like, if someone says, lately I've been experiencing, it's like, if you're not going to tell us what it is completely, don't tell us. How? Can't we say some things and keep some things to ourselves? For me, the 13th of every month from now on until further notice will represent growth. Real growth. Okay. So, fortunately, DJ's Boo will not be coming to the studio, but we're gonna talk to him on the phone. Man, I was looking for my reunion part 2, how banana, but it's okay. We're gonna play his new music as well, and also we're gonna get into his book. But right now, one of his songs are making waves, and we are going to open the show with it before we have him on the line.
Out and About comes to you every Saturday, 9 till 12 noon, Central African Time. Cheers to rest and renewal. Festive African greetings from Channel Africa. Download the Channel Africa app.
out jumping, and the cotton is high. Your daddy's rich, and your ma is good looking. So hush, little baby, don't you cry.
Keep Africa in your hands. Connect to our website for all your news, sports, and cultural updates. channelafrica.co.za.
Sondela sithandwa sami, ngibambe ngadambi, izulu liyakhala, kodwa wena uyahleka. Ithanda indlela ohambe ngayo, phansi kwezihlahla, ngikhumbula khona. Ngisho njalo, ngisho njalo, ngiyasela. Sondela, sondela, ngithi sondela sithandwa sami. Ngithi sondela, sondela, ngivumele ngikubambe njalo. Sondela, sondela, ngithi sondela sithandwa sami. Ngithi sondela, sondela, ngivumele ngikubambe njalo. Ngizokudlalisa duze kwami, ngikutshele izindaba zami, ngoba wena uyisipho sami, ungilapha zonke izilonda zami. Funa zikhiphe umoya, kuwe kuphela ngiyaphila. Ngisho njalo, ngisho njalo, ngiyathela. Sondela, 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 sondela sithandwa sami. Ngithi sondela, 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 ngivumele ngikubambe njalo. Sondela, sondela, sondela sithandwa sami. Ngithi sondela, sondela, ngivumele ngikubambe njalo.
He's sounding like a Khurot man who took his time with his music. So we do forgive him that he couldn't come in person, that we'll only get him on the line, because the music is really, really, really good. This one is called Sondela. We also played Summertime. My colleague was loving it. Loving it. It's DJ's Boo, an icon who needs no introduction. He's that guy, man, you know, very likable, a people's person, entertained us for years, an icon to many of us, grew up with shows that we love, Rona, right? And now he's just released a music, a new EP. It's My House Chapter 1 and it's My Piano Chapter 1, alongside a brand new book titled Born for Purpose, Becoming Wenkosi. Okay, he's on the line. DJ's Boo, hello.
And Bonani, good afternoon, good evening, good morning, everywhere. Thank you for your time.
Khoshotafela ore Jumbo Africa.
Jumbo Africa. And for everybody in the East African region would say Karibu.
Yes. But Tongwezi, I thought we were gonna connect again, because you know me, Muth. I've always been like, wherever you go, I follow. So before you come in, I tell everyone that teachers voice coming. We're gonna have our reunion again. But
I
it's
don't
okay.
see you. Your camera is not on. Eh?
Why bantimile? Bantima. Bangisha.
Let's see. Your camera is not on, but it's fine. We can go ahead.
It's okay. Listen, at least I always bump into you in the corridors, and for me, that is a plus, you know. So DJ, thank you so much for talking to us. Your music sounds good. How long did it take you to cook this one?
Thank you. I appreciate it. You know, I started music very early in my career. I actually started radio from campus radio and community radio around the age of 17.
Yes.
And then I would go on, and then I was already DJing, Kodi Pating, Kokasi. I was already playing at weddings, at parties. You know, when you're a coming up artist in your teen. I was a teenager at the time, simultaneously being on community and campus radio. And then professionally, I started a record label with TK English. I was 21 years old at the time. I was working for YFM.
Yeah.
And then I would go on to have a very successful music career that went on for about a decade or so. 12 years later, I kind of wanted to grow into other things. That's when I started a company called Leadership 2020.
Yeah.
And I started writing books, but not because I did not like music anymore, but because when I got into entrepreneurship, little did I know how much it requires of you and how much what it takes to run a business and be fully involved. And I didn't know how difficult it was going to be or how much of me it will require. So me focusing more on entrepreneurship, my music career sort of started struggling a bit because I was not giving it attention anymore. So I literally stopped releasing music when I got into business. But having had a successful career for a decade, I would like to say God blessed me to have a good ear in music. I worked with some of the best in the country. When people talk about some of the greatest hip-hop artists in South Africa, they can never speak about the top 3 if they don't mention Pro Kid's name. And I worked with Pro Kid, and a lot of my contributions are in his music and his projects, as well as Zahara, may his soul rest in peace. What a talented musician! What an amazing songwriter! And she healed people through her music. She inspired people through her music, and she was a rare breed. She was an incredible musician, and I'm also really blessed to have had that stint in my career to have worked with her as well. We've worked with Nhlanhla Mafu from Mafikizolo. We've worked with Brown Dash, Zege Ntando, you name them. So one has had a very broad career, not only house or kwaito. I was very blessed to have participated in all these different genres. So it sort of gives you an idea as to the type of ear that one has. It's not specific to just one genre, right? So I've been blessed to have had a successful career. But then when I ventured into business, then I took a break from the music. I didn't give it enough time. But when something is your second nature and you are good at it and you excelled at it, I guess it's easy for you to bounce back and go do it again, especially if you do have the time.
Yeah.
Now that my companies are growing and I've got professionals that are leading my companies, I'm able to then go back and be creative and bring out good music. So it's taken me a couple of years since I haven't been putting out music since COVID-19 lockdown. I've been recording the music and I've got a lot of music. That's why even on the 16th, I'm putting out another mixtape. So I just want to put out all of the music that I've been banking in my computer.
Oh, okay. Because what I was asking was with your EP, it's My House Chapter 1 and it's My Piano Chapter 1, the time that you've put into that, because the songs are really, really good. It's like you never left.
Yeah, Lebo, I appreciate it.
So how long did you put this
I'm a fan of
project
music.
together? How long did it take you to put this project together?
I think it's slowly. It's taken me about 5 years. But I always make an example. It's like me releasing brand new flavors of Mufaya, but keeping them in my fridge, keeping them in my house, and bragging to people and saying, "Yo, I've got this brand new flavor. You must come to my house and taste it." It's the same with music. Producers, we get trapped in that cycle of having a lot of music in your computer, and every time people visit you, you play them the music, but you don't put the music out. So I kind of felt, no, put the music out, Buddha. And I've got a lot of songs. So I've got a full-on album that I'm going to release on the 27th of February, 2026. Simultaneously, it's going to come out with another new book called Born for Purpose that talks about my spiritual growth. But right now, I decided to put out this double EP, or call it a mixtape, and that is also coming out simultaneously with the book Brick by Brick, the Entrepreneur's Guide to Property Wealth, because I'm into property as well, and a lot of my audiences have been asking me to help them get into property, to give them knowledge, and to share my experiences of being in property investments.
Yeah.
So I decided to put everything onto this book and release it simultaneously with the mixtape, with the music. So the music has taken me a couple of years, but it's a lot of music. That's why I'm like, okay, let me put out like 10 songs at a time. Next week, 16th of December, I'm putting out another 10 songs. So not to have anything on my computer, so that even the day I sadly pass on, at least I know that I've poured myself all out into the next generation by giving them my ideas, my experiences, my knowledge onto a book, or onto these different books that I keep writing. And also my musical audience, I need to die having given out the world as much as I can. I don't want to die with all these great ideas. I don't want to die with all of this music. I don't want to die with all of this creativity. I want to consistently put it out to the world, because you never know how long you still have here, right?
That's true. That's very true. But we know you as the entrepreneur. So you've kind of really showed up for all of it. The broadcaster that you are, the entrepreneur that you are, the artist that you are, the entertainer that you are. Which one haunts you in your sleep? That's
a very good question.
It's me.
I would say radio.
I mean, it's me. So it's radio. It haunts you in your sleep.
I love radio with all my heart. And see, what I love about radio is that it puts everything all together: the knowledge, the experience, the education, the entertainment, the music. Radio basically puts all of it together in one place. That's why it's easier for me to share knowledge in public, in front of people, because the stuff that I do in the studio, just like you over there, you do this daily in a studio environment. But at the same time, you can still do it in front of an audience, a live audience. So that's what I love about radio. Radio is able to bring all these things together. I can be on camera while I'm on radio, that's TV or podcasting. I can play music. I'm surrounded by music when I'm on radio. I'm having incredible conversations. I'm educating my audience. I'm learning from my audience and my guests when I'm on radio. So that's what I love about radio. Basically, radio fuses all these different aspects that I'm about into one ecosystem.
Okay. And, with where we are right now in media globally, I'm not even going to say in South Africa, would you present a show, or you feel like those years of my life are behind me?
It depends what type of a show it is. Definitely the years of my life of doing youth shows or youth-oriented shows, those days are long past, because I'm older now. I would rather get young, brand new talent to work with me, maybe in presenting those types of shows. Let them do that. For me, yes, I would still present a show, but I'll present a show that speaks to who I am now, where I am in my life, the type of work that I do, what I represent. I'm an educator. I'm an inspirator. I inspire people. I love sharing knowledge. I'm in property. I'm in manufacturing, in energy drinks. I'm selling books, in music, and I've got this entrepreneurial experience that I've had, my multiple failures in the past, and some of my successes God has been great in my life. So all of that requires me to do content that speaks to me educating the audience. So if I were to present a television show, it would be something along those lines, yeah.
Okay. And then we're going to get into your book. I mean, I don't know if I want to get into the book right now, actually. I don't know if you want to get into some of the content that's in the pages, Is this an autobiography?
This is not a autobiography. This is around property investments. This is around real estate. This is around educating people about how do you start a real estate portfolio, a property portfolio with nothing in your pocket? How do you get into property development? How do you rezone agricultural land into residential land or commercial land? How do you build an entire estate or a townhouse complex? Or how do you buy, or how do you get into the property game with just that one bedroom or that one room at the back of your 4-roomed house? I share all of that information on this book. Or even people that ask me things like, can I buy my first property even if I'm earning less than 7,000 rands? And I'm like, of course. There are government subsidy programs that can help you do that. Programs like Abu Flisp, and a lot of people don't know about such programs. Sometimes we criticize the government so much without having certain knowledge. Actually, the government has got some good programs to assist us to grow. So those are some of the things that I share for my audiences to teach them. Good to know you definitely can do that. You can build a real estate portfolio with nothing in your pocket, just the government helping you, even if you earn little money. But also, even for those that want to get into crowdfunding, stokvels, can I start a stokvel? How do stokvels work? Other fintech apps or companies out there that help stokvels to be online, to create a community online so people get to put money together so they can invest in real estate and property investments, etc. And that's the knowledge that I am sharing here. But anyway, the autobiographical book is going to come out on the 27th of February in 2027.
Oh.
That book is called, sorry, go ahead.
Oh, so this one, the Born for Greatness, is already out. The one that's coming February, ki yona autobiography.
No. This one is out. The property one.
The property
brick
one.
by brick.
Yes. Okay.
This is out. This came out yesterday. This is out. It's brand new. People can go into my social media DMs and just DM me. I'll give you the information on how you can get the book. And obviously, you can also get it at all these exclusive bookstores, etc. It's about property. The autobiographical one is called Born for Purpose, Becoming a King by Sibusiso Leope Wenkosi. I'm sure you can tell that now I've got a double barrel surname. That is coming out in February on the 27th in 2026. That is sort of autobiographical, but it also shares my spiritual journey that I've had to go through in having a double barrel surname and in living a life of purpose and in being brought up by my stepfather and Tate Leopo, who sadly passed me, so rest in peace. But I was given birth by a man called Mike Boy Nkosi, who was my biological father, who's also sadly passed. So I've had to live a life of over 10 years not knowing where my biological father's grave is. I have had to go through that painful journey of not having to go to a certain tombstone or a certain grave and speak to my father. I've had a painful journey there spiritually. And luckily, Ntate Leope, who was my stepfather, who brought me up, who is the reason I am the man that I am today, when he sadly passed in 2017, he said, my son, you do know that I'm your stepfather. I married your mother with you when you were young, but you're not my biological son. What I'd advise you is, God forbid anything happens to me, I don't get out of this hospital, I pass on. I'd like to give you blessings to go and search for your roots. Go look for your father's family. Go find out ways from the elders on how you can change your surname and go seek the truth. And after he blessed me, I embarked on the spiritual journey. That was in 2017. And that's the reason I did all my family rituals. I've had to go through slaughtering. I've had to consult the elders. I've had to search for my family tree. I've had to go 5 generations back and search and find out where my great grandparents come from. And it's been a painful but very worthwhile journey. And I share all of that knowledge in the upcoming book, Born for Purpose, coming out on the 27th of February. That's the reason I've got a double barrel surname now. The name is Sibusiso Leope Wenkosi. I'm keeping the Leope surname, my stepfather's surname, because he brought me up, and it's some sort of a way to honor him. So that's why I'm keeping both surnames, and I'm now Wenkosi.
Okay, nice to officially meet you, Sbu Leope, DJ Sbu Leope Wenkosi.
Siyabonga, kuyaleboha.
Anyway, all right. So you know me. This is my paying homage to DJ's Boo. I never let him go. No matter if I'm interviewing you on TV or on radio, I always say, "Ware Muzeke Zeke ke mang? Who is Muzeke Zeke?"
People they ask me, "It's Funuwas," but that's Funuwas. They ask me that every day wherever I go, man. You know the era that we had in Kwaito Music as TS Records when I was young, running that music label with TK. We had so much fun. And, you know, we were running the game at the time. We were at our youth. We did a great job in contributing into the Kwaito music industry. I think that was an incredible job that we did. But yeah, it's always an honor for me to have participated in contributing in the music industry in this country. But his name is Zakele Nkumane. He is from Tembisa as well. And he's also had a successful music career then. But no, it's not me. Although a lot of people think it's me, I'm not Mzeke Zeke.
Hibana. So you are sure that was definitely not you.
Of course not. No, it was not me. I worked with the guy.
Oh, all right. That's quite interesting. I'd like to meet this Zakele guy one day in real life. I would like to meet the two of you. Actually would like to invite the both of you for lunch.
Oh, let's make it happen.
DJ, I'm serious. DJ's Boo.
I'm serious too. Let's make it happen.
And he must not wear the mask. That person must not wear the mask. I want to meet both of you.
Putting a mask, okay? I don't know if we're gonna succeed in convincing him to not wear the mask. But we can
Okay, fine. He can wear the mask. Okay, guys, that's we'll set up for 2026. We want to finally see. I want to have the both of them in one room and have lunch with DJ's Boo and this Zakele, aka Mzeke Zeke. Aros, thank you so much for humoring us this morning on Out and About. You're such a cool guy. Like, you're such a cool colleague. Like, every time I pass you body passaging and I'm always greeting you, you're always happy. Yeah.
I always see you, and it's always a pleasure to see you, to bump into you. I love your spirit, and I'm so proud of everything you've achieved over the years. Congratulations. May you grow even more, achieve bigger and better things. You're a sister, you're a colleague, you're an incredible human being too, and I wish you a great future. The book is out, guys. Go get it. It's called Brick by Brick, The Entrepreneur's Guide to Property Wealth. Go to any of my social media and send me a DM. I'll make sure you get the book as soon as possible. And the brand new one is coming out on the 27th of February, called Born for Purpose, Becoming a King by Sibusiso Leope Wenkosi. The music is out as well. Chapter 1 is on all digital streaming platforms. The album is called It's My House. Go check it out. You'll definitely love it. And I also made sure that I cater for my younger and new audiences that might not even know that I'm a musician, because I do bump into Ama 2000 Amang who are like, why do you call yourself DJ Smooth, Mr. Mofire? We only know you for Mofire. So you've got that audience that doesn't know that I'm actually a musician and I'm actually good at it. So I also decided, let me give them a couple of Amapiano songs there if maybe they don't like house. Let me also cater and also but I can create a new younger audience for myself, because I would like to always be relevant as far as young people are concerned, because of the type of work that I do, which is purposeful. So I always have to have a voice amongst Ama 2000, amongst the youth of our country. So may God bless you guys. The music is out there. Go stream it. This book is also out there. Go stream it. I also have got a brand new car collaborative partnership with VW. You can go to VW Woodmeet and go check out our Mofire branded limited edition cars. You got a Polo Vivo, you got an Amarok Baki. You also have got the brand new Golf 8.5, which are Mofire limited edition collaboration cars. And for every car that we sell at Woodmeet VW, some of the money is going to educate students in 2026.
All right, DJ Smooth, thank you so much for talking to us. Trust you to go in. It wouldn't be a DJ Smooth interview without DJ Smooth making sure that he goes in.
Yeah. Go get it. Go get it. I love you guys. Thank you. Bye. Have a Merry Christmas. Yeah, thank you.
That's DJ's Boo, you guys. I mean, listen, it will not be a DJ's Boo interview without him going into full-on DJ's Boo mode. Anyway, a very nice guy, a really cool colleague to have, down to earth, grounded, so much wealth of knowledge, and really it's always a pleasure touching base with him. And that's it in terms of having him as our artist of this week. And the man is busy. Yeah, he says he's also releasing another book in February and more songs in February. And as for us, we are saying we are going to take a break, and in true DJ's Boo style, Ungainda, whoa, 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 whoa.
Summertime and the living is easy. Fish are jumping and the cotton is high. Your daddy's rich and your ma is good looking. So hush, little baby, don't you cry.
Weekends just got better. Only on Channel Africa.
África. Conhece o Ntivani?
Claro que sou eu.
Ntivani é o amante da música de corpo e alma.
Eu amo música africana.
Ele aprecia todos os tipos de melodias e passa os seus dias a ouvir a Channel Africa. Okay. Adivinha só, a Channel Africa quer ajudar o Ntivani e os amantes da música em todo o lado a descobrir ainda mais música incrível. Por isso, a Channel Africa está a convocar artistas africanos a submeterem as suas músicas. Músicos, lembrem-se de nos dar todas as informações relevantes no music@channelafrica.co.za. As submissões são a vossa oportunidade de ser ouvidos, mas não garantem inclusão na lista. Todas as submissões serão cuidadosamente analisadas para verificar se cumprem os requisitos da nossa estação. Canal África, a perspectiva africana.
We are on Open Views Audio Bouquet. Channel 628.
Open the fire, play the bed, do let them know. No finish you, no finish you. Man no fit tire, every day I'm on the road. No limit you, no limit you. This now so good. Would you turn down for who? Would you robo? Many things we can do. Tori, I'm into you. Would you wire for you? Tonight I've been dancing at the pain away. Yola balaba, give me your hand and shoulder. To see shoulder get up, blessings for your head up. Yola balaba, give me your hand and shoulder. But I know go get us, better go locate us. Yola balaba, give me your hand and shoulder. To see shoulder get up, blessings for your head up. Yola balaba, give me your hand and shoulder. But I know go get us, better go locate us. And I'm like Vuvuzela, no one can do you better. You body fall from me, why now go shoddy. Love the energy tonight. Way good day my side, but now you day my mind. Now with you don't show. This now so good. Would you turn down for who? Would you robo? Many things we can do. Tori, I'm into you. Would you wire for you? Tonight I'll be dancing at the pain away. Yola balaba, give me your hand and shoulder. To see shoulder get up, blessings for your head up. Yola balaba, give me your hand and shoulder. But I know go get us, better go locate us. Yola balaba, give me your hand and shoulder. To see shoulder get up, blessings for your head up. Yola balaba, give me your hand and shoulder. But I know go get us, better go locate us.
Your Saturday escape starts here. Join Puleng Molebatsi on Out and About on Channel Africa.
Girl, I want to see you tonight. I will catch a flight and come see you tonight. Ooh, girl, I want to see you tonight. I will catch a flight and come see you tonight. Cause this distance is killing me for sure. So give me for more. Give me meat on top. I want this, your love. Oh. Say for instance, I do anything for love. Anything at all. You feeling this or not? Make I know what's up. Oh. I go take flight and I will fly to you. I should they waste time. I feel they run to you. Oh. I go take flight and I go fly to you. I should they waste time. I feel they run to you. Oh. Salty love. Oh girl, you got me wanting more. I can't get enough of your salty love. Oh girl, you got me wanting more. Mash it, body, mash it, I don't want
no time. And if you say you know, do I go and die? You don't belong, I don't know, no. I'm on a radar. I go take flight, and I go fly to you. As you day waste time, I feel to come to you. I go take flight, and I go fly to you. As you day waste time, I feel to come to you. Salty love, oh girl, you got me wanting more. I can't get enough of your salty love. Oh girl, you got me wanting more. My sheba. Salty love, oh girl, you got me wanting more. I can't get enough of your salty love. Oh girl, you got me wanting more. My sheba.
From hidden gems to global trends, Puleng's got your Saturday sorted. On Out and About, only on Channel Africa.
All right. Oh, a beautiful moment there. Catching myself listening to one of the songs by my late great friend, a producer of the show, Paseka Makavulo, who is no longer with us. That song by Crayon called Ijo Laba Laba. He said he loved that song, and I often asked myself, if it ever played, what would I do? But I did dance, and I did remember him. So what an interesting tribute, indirectly. It's one of the songs that we played this morning, and we also played Sold by Love, and that is a song by Fireboy DML. And yes, the show has been a bit of everything, to be honest, and just beautiful moments all around in terms of our guests, the music, and the memories in the culmination of that song. And again, to wherever he is, thank you for looking down on us. We miss you so much. And let's do a quick wrap up of the 3-hour journey. We kickstarted our show earlier on. Taban came through from Tusla. We had quarters. It was amazing. The best one so far this year. And when I had one earlier this, I thought I had the best. Then I had those ones, but this one is the best. So I can shut the year in terms of the best quarters I've had in 2025. That's the one. Then we spoke about homeschooling with Suzanne in terms of our DIY segment. There are really varieties out there, and there's no one blanket approach to why people do it and what the experiences will be. And then after 10 o'clock, we spoke about unwinding, maybe relieving the mind when we put goals for ourselves, especially now that we are wrapping up the year. And we spoke to a spiritual coach about what you can do, also the people that you should approach to help you with that. And we also spoke to Warren about drum struck experience that happens in Constantia. Ooh, what a vibe that one is. I look forward to trying it next year. And we then, after 10 o'clock, after 11, DJ's booth course came in and took over the show. What a beautiful moment, really. Revisiting how I initially got to know him as an individual and as a broadcaster, and to kind of now interviewing him on my show. Good girl, my girl. That's me giving myself props at that moment. Because, we all dream about those moments, right? To say, one day I want to be on radio. One day I want to, and then this happens and you don't acknowledge. You must always acknowledge the wins of life, okay? It's 9 minutes before 12. 12 o'clock we'll leave Out and About team will leave, and will leave in the capable hands of Unolo, who will be taking you through Africa Chart Toppers from 12 to 2. I'm still around, and again, be sure to tag us on these nice experiences, especially if I've given you a vibe check and you've gone and checked it and you like that vibe. Don't you think you should credit me and saying, hey, I did try it and this is nice? So do that at Channel Africa 1 on social media. I'll feel so proud if I know that I've plugged you and you actually did try it. But just 8 minutes now before top of the hour, 12 o'clock.
From hidden gems to global trends, Puleng's got your Saturday sorted. On Out and About, only on Channel Africa. Africa at Play with Neto and ETO Chairman.
Africa Cup of Nations Morocco 2025. Bafana's opening match is against the Portuguese-speaking nation Angola on the 22nd. What can we expect from Hugo Bros and his charges?
When we went to the previous tournament, we sort of had the underdog tag as a country, and we were a little bit humble. Expectations were not as high as they are now at the moment, so just players were in a good space psychologically. I just feel that Bafana will still be tournament favorites, but coach Hugo Bros has a lot of work psychologically to make sure that players remain focused, humble, and players are playing without any pressure, because when South African players are very creative, then we know that the outcomes are very good. But when they are under pressure, we know that sometimes the outcomes can be what we don't want to experience.
Coach Tabosono.
Live every Saturday and Sunday from 2 to 5 p.m. Central African Time. Channel Africa sends you joy and good energy. This festive season, share your memories on our socials. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Channel Africa 1.
Uautesha ujavulani nkolele yola.
Sola.
Yola barara. Uautesha ujavulani nkolele yola. Yola. My voice is very good, ne?
Yeah, no, I think you can be. You're an amazing singer. Yeah?
I
think
am
you need to give it a shot.
Incredible. I am groundbreaking. It's so deafening.
I think you should have been the one having replaced the lady there by Freshly Grounds. You know, I think you should have.
Did they split?
No, there's a. Remember when the lady who's
Zolan?
Zolan is no longer there.
Oh, she left.
Yeah, so we've got Mbali Makhoba. We're gonna be speaking to her at 1 o'clock.
Yeah. That's news.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
Yeah, we've got a new lead singer right now. They've got a new lead singer. So she's coming up.
That's monumental.
Yeah.
You know how it
works. So she'll be on our artist spotlight today, coming up at 1 p.m. We've got great music. We're counting down top chart, top of the best songs as well, coming up from 12 until 2. So that's what we're gonna be doing as well. As well as we'll do sort of if you want to travel to Mali, we'll tell you which areas you can go into Mali.
So wait, the lady that is your spotlight, do they have the same tone with Zolani?
No, they're not. Yeah,
it's like when Malaika went their separate route and the other lady came. Even though she has a great voice, you can still when you picture, when you hear, when you see the new lady, you picture her.
It's not the same.
It's gonna be weird. It's gonna be strange. Like I don't think I'll be okay with. And then it's being
and then it's being sang by somebody else.
But I love her. I'm not saying she shouldn't. Anyway, that's a good gig to have.
It is.
So I'm congratulated. Okay, thank you, Javu. Let me make way for you. And as for everybody that tuned in and supported, it's home time. Bye-bye. Happy.
All right, listen up. The beats you love, the artists you celebrate. This is Africa Chart Toppers with Nolo Matlaila, Africa's hottest sounds.